Last time on Mega Man Battle Network, we unfucked the water situation. And now Mega Man has just spent an afternoon fixing up Land's homepage.
Does Land's homepage just look exactly like Rebecca Sugar's old webpage? It has a drawing of her in the Invader Zim style.
You've been waiting for that joke, haven't you?
No. I didn't know this was coming.
I mean, you knew the internet was coming.
Yeah. Look, I just connected that in my head about 10 seconds before I said it.
Alright, so... Mail wants to go shopping for a present for Yai's birthday. This is the one point in the game in which we're asked to respond to Mail. I don't know what happens if you decide to be a dick and you're like, you know what? Go shopping alone.
It's weird we never talk to Mail outside of this.
Well, I mean, this is a very important event. You know, this has got to be done through email. So thankfully we have access to Mail's computer, because otherwise we just go over to her house, log on to her computer, walk all the way over here, and then give her Navi the response. Alright, so yeah, of course we can't open that mystery data, because we have that chip. Alright, so, Dog know where we're gonna go today. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Ignoring that situation.
Back in the kitchen, was that a rug or was that a trapdoor?
I mean, I'd guess a rug, but you never know. Official net ballers, okay, alright, Oh. Hi, I'm Freud. Thanks for saving my son. As a reward, I've signed you up for a mailing list without your consent. No, trust me, it's useful info. You definitely want this.
And apparently it's a super exclusive mailing list, but still, you should ask, like, do you want to be on this?
I did not subscribe to this magazine, please take me off.
Also, hi, old man. Never talking to you again.
This is the cyber future. Sexism is definitely dead. Won't happen at all. Also, Mail's in a similar situation to Lan, in that her parents are never home ever. Except, like, neither parent is home ever. But they don't really touch upon that at all. So yeah, we got mail earlier about how there's now a train line to Dentown, but you could probably guess considering the plot line.
Oh god, no accidents today, sure hope it stays that way. That's what I want rail workers to talk like.
Yep, there sure haven't been any accidents whatsoever. Tickets, please.
I love whenever I board a plane, I just say as loud as I can, sure hope this plane doesn't crash.
And you're not immediately tackled by security. That's great.
Worst case scenarios if the pilot says, yeah, me too.
So yeah, after interrupting that kid from walking, we've got mail. Speaking of mail, though, Mail has other stuff to do, so we're going on ahead.
So enough about mail, time to check our mail.
So, let's see what kind of important things are talked about on this mailing list. A simple question, oh boy. Thanks, Freud, I'm already really feeling this email chain. Glad you signed us up for this.
Has anyone done a Who's on First routine where, like, Mail is kidnapped and the kidnappers speak through email? So it's just like, they've got mail. So they got your message? No, they've got mail. That's what I say. What did you tell them? No, mail! They've got mail!
With a Y. Also, the pink version. Also, apparently, it just instantly creates recycled paper, so you just throw a magazine into that frog's mouth, and light shines from its maw, and it's just normal paper that can be used again.
You just get 8.5 by 11 sheet.
Also, Attack of the Killer Pets. Kind of a generic joke, but you know what? I appreciate it anyway. Oh, you've got mail. Is it from mail or is it a fucking net battle thing? Okay, it's mail. This time it's important. Alright, collecting antiques. So, I guess we're looking for an antique store. By which I mean we're going to explore the entire town and go there last. But hey, in the meantime, we get Roll.2R, which is just the roll chip, but better. Look, 80 damage, and it heals 80 damage. You're gonna want this if you like the roll chip. Because, like, considering how it works, as long as the enemy doesn't have any sort of, like, iron defense or something like that, you're gonna get HP off of it, and also a free attack. Like, even me doing the no-hit run, I want a roll chip in my folder, because that just attacks the nearest enemy. It's always helpful. Well, you know where Central Dentown is. Probably. So yeah, Dentown is kind of a maze. Not so much, like, the layout is simple as long as you're always actively aware of where you are. It's just a big plus sign. So once we go to the left, we'll be in Central Dentown and we can access the other areas from there. But if you forget where you are relative to the whole of Dentown you have access to, it gets kind of confusing. Oh wow, thanks, Chad. Also, this is great, because apparently Chad just shit-talks us in the mailing list. Thanks! You know, actually, Freud, I'm glad you signed us up for this. I'm writing an email to him right now.
Bet you thought I'd never find out, huh?
Heard you talking shit. Actually, that land fellow is cool and good, so you should shut up, Chad.
Well, I can see who writes these. I know it's you.
Are they? How do we know? Is there a progress bar? Do they just have a progress bar?
Oh no, in this guy's sprite, they forgot to put the, like, sandwich board. It says the end is near. He's just one of those.
Ah, I gotcha. Yeah. Ugh, summer school. Ugh. I mean, I'm allergic, so I'm surprised Lan didn't just keel over upon entering it. Also, Miss Mari just has a sister named Yuri.
Why is there a summer school that's apparently in session? Isn't it normal school time?
It's summer in Cyber Australia, maybe?
Is this supposed to be a cram school?
You know, that would actually make sense. But, like, cram schools exist in America, right?
I don't know. I don't know what cram school is. Everyone just keeps talking about cram school and no one explains it to me.
I mean, I guess it's just like an outside place that says, hey, you're not learning enough in normal school, get in here, idiot.
It's tutoring on a mass scale? Alright. I mean, that's what I assume, but I don't, like, I've never looked up the definition of it. Or anything. So yeah, this is school on a Sunday, but Sunday school is a completely different thing.
Yeah. Also, hey, that's interesting. Apparently this Mr. Prog used to be a virus working for World 3. Also, here's this fucker. Thankfully, I believe these guys are wood-based, so this'll do 200 damage. So these guys leave grenades. You can see where they'll explode, and actually you can activate the grenades, and as long as you move quickly enough, you can dodge their blast. But yeah, if you step in their line of hurts, then you will probably get hit. It is actually pretty hard to dodge the blast. Because yeah, did you see that? It's a very small window for dodging, but thankfully Invis just sort of neuters that one. Oh heck yeah, power up! Thanks, Summer School! And we are going to up our charge, so we should be charging pretty quickly by this point. Good for you, Mr. Prog, good for you. Oh hey, here's Birdie 2, this one is fire version. So, interesting combination with the wood enemies. I'm not gonna show what they actually do right now, but basically they're the same as the normal birdies, or fishies rather, sorry. I don't know why I got that name confused, definitely not. But yeah, they just float back or up and down, and once they align with your row, they will charge at you. However, they leave behind fire trails. Also, Jesus, this is a dangerous battlefield now. Once they've laid 3 grenades, they won't lay any more, but also, don't like that.
If they lay one more grenade that's completely horizontal, like, you're out of luck. Oh.
Yeah, so about that. Also, this is about the point of the game in which my tendency to just put in battle chips without really thinking about combinations kind of screwed me over, because I have like no synergy whatsoever. It's not great. I can use like one battle chip at a time. This is sort of the game's fault, because you rarely get battle chips at all. And so when you do, you want to add them. But also, codes are all over the place. Like, the base battle system's actually fairly good, and like, the enemy patterns are usually, you know, not half bad, but man, balancing is always an issue when you have the first adaptation of a thing.
For the most part, this looked like a pretty fun battle system. This is the first one that you've seemed to really have issues with.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like, I said it's the game's fault, but, like, it's a combination. There's a drought of chips in Battle Network 1. It's kind of bad about handing things out, but I should have been paying more attention. After this next major dungeon, I will, you know, fix that at least a little bit. As much as you can in Battle Network 1.
Like, there are ways that you could have mitigated this, but the fact that it would require so much extra planning is not great.
Yeah. Not even necessarily the planning, because, like, sometimes planning can be fun with battle chips, especially in later games where strategies are, you know, a little more elaborate, but certainly would have been a bit more grinding, and I'm not fond of that. And, like, getting money more frequently in this game isn't even really worth it, just because you will never have enough money in a Battle Network game, so even getting more money doesn't really help you in the long run. Yes, Attack of the Killer Pets, I get it. Oh wow. These sure are jokes.
Jeez. That was a fucking... You know what I really hate?
This game dating itself.
I really hate pun names that are just not even remotely clever.
Tom, alright, we'll just rename him Rom. Get it? 'Cause cyber future. Oh yeah, it's also worth noting that there are those underground tunnels that can take you from one side of the street to the other. They're not on every street, so like right here, if we want to go northwards, we gotta wait. Den Town's a little bit annoying to...
No!
That's a fucking sign! Dentown's a little bit annoying to navigate. I don't think they ever really have a map like this in later games. Probably because they made this one, the game came out and they were like, ooh, actually, maybe that wasn't a good idea.
Maybe having the stoplight stuff actually be time-based. Not great.
It sucks a little bit, actually. Oh yeah, it's the most popular part of town for young people, because it's the center, I guess? Kids love the center of town. They're all about that town center. Can't get enough of it. So I think we might be at our destination. Let's see, this is Block 2, that's where we needed to go. Antiques shop now open. And there's a sign up there that says Antiques. Alright, so yes, this is our destination. I think you only need to enter this shop to progress, but obviously we have to talk to that NPC over there in a sec. First we gotta look at everything. Very expensive. Yes indeed. Hopefully nobody gravy roasts that one. And hey, what do you know? We can jack into this pot. Here we go!
Okay. I have issues.
There's actually a good reason for this one, if I remember correctly, because... yeah, so it's actually just a cleverly disguised air conditioner.
Well, isn't that egg on my face?
Yes, that's actually pretty rad. I like that explanation. It's just very well designed. Fits well. Thanks, Cyberfuture, for giving us good air quality. Also, Quake 3. Did we ever get Quake 2? No, but let's be honest, who cares about Quake 2? C is also a pretty good chip code, so yeah, that's pretty solid. Also, we've got this idiot! Alright, so I believe this guy is weak to water, which is not going to help us much because that Metul moves fast. Also, this guy heals constantly until you destroy the candle. Pretty neat enemy, fairly simple attack pattern, so he's not too difficult, but this is actually a pretty good enemy combination just because, man, they're surprisingly well synchronized.
Anyways, I'm trying to remember if Quake 2 was the game that everyone liked or didn't like. I'm not very familiar with the Quake series.
Neither am I. I think Quake 3 is the one people like, though. Unless that's the survival horror-ish one.
Yeah, I really can't remember, because Quake was made by John Romero and someone who wasn't John Romero. And then there was a point where John Romero left. And the Quake made after he left, I think, is the one that people dislike. But I can't remember which one that was.
Is there a fourth game? Was the fourth one the one people don't like? I don't know.
I'm slightly too young to know anything about Quake.
Alright, and that's all there is to this vase. Alright, so here's Miyu. We're gonna stop talking for her dialogue real quick. She's my favorite NPC. Can feel the bright burning of the spirit contained in your Navi. She's gonna want to fight us, and she has the best battle quote in the game. Let the Feast of Souls begin!
Alright, I'm leaving.
Miyu fucking rules.
Oh my god.
So yeah, here's SkullMan. Initially he seems pretty simple. He's just shooting fire at us. And we even get to refresh our chips before he attacks again. But this should be the point in which things get a little more difficult. Yeah, so every turn one of these two spinning scythes will move. They'll move towards you, and they won't disappear until you do enough damage to SkullMan to get him to flinch. And these things can really get in your way, and also, if you're not careful, they can just straight up trap you in a corner. So always be aware of where they are, or it's going to hurt.
Anyways, looking at SkullMan's design, so does the original Mega Man have the worst character design of the Mega Man series? Or meta-series, I guess?
He just has one more attack, but he didn't get to show it here. We'll see it later when he does his V2 version.
I was going to say, I really like the design in this, but then I was thinking, I also like the the character designs in X, and in Legends. In fact, the original Mega Man is the only one that kind of falls short for me, and it's not bad or anything, it's just compared to the other series, it's not as interesting, I think.
I could see that, yeah. I do sort of like it. I think Classic has a very, particular style. It's very old anime-esque, but, like, yeah, X and pretty much all the other series have some really good designs. Also, God, look at this homepage.
This is
look at those skulls!
This is Rebecca Sugar's old website.
Oh, God, this kicks ass. By the way, Miyu's green hair, might remind you of someone. Miyu is actually Sal's sister. Sal being the girl near the lab who sells the lunches. Here I go. So yeah, these enemies work similar to Fishy, but if I remember correctly... Actually, I might not be remembering correctly because I don't usually get hit by these guys. I'm just going by their chips, but they might actually heal if they hit you. I'm saying that just because their chip is Drain, which I believe heals when you hit with it.
And these are really clearly mosquitoes.
Yep. Drain O. Kind of a weird chip code, but eh. If you want to use Drain, then...
It only works on O blood.
Jeez, well this is completely useless.
If you try and drain somebody with AB or AB blood, you take damage instead.
I mean, I just went through a journey through, that computer, but... Present? Yeah, I definitely remembered that that's a thing we're supposed to be doing. Didn't get distracted by the fights. Alright, so this is where we're supposed to meet Mail, so... Guess we'll just find that bus stop.
You know what would be messed up if the traffic lights could change while you're in the crosswalk?
Well, not exactly what you're talking about, but this is sure fucked up. Ah!
Hey, watch out! Oh my god!
Anyway, people fucking died! RIP!
Oh my god! Stop! Stop driving! Pull over!
They can't! They're all on autopilot! Who could have guessed that the cyber future would actually lead to something like this? Well, so this lady has just murdered several people and is now selling a solution at an exorbitant price. That's not good. Only 1 million zenny this time. Apparently this has been happening before. Also, meanies. Land people are dead. Those meanies.
Poop heads. What I want is Land to say, like, those meanies, and Mega Man to say, those fuckers.
Mega Man says, fuck.
They was like, Land, now is the time to say fuck.